So yesterday, as I'm doing my daily routine as an unemployed man of waking up at 4 p.m., eating a bunch of food, gaming until midnight, and then mindlessly scrolling TikTok and Twitter hoping to find some type of entertainment because I'm slowly losing my mind, I happened to stumble across a few Superman hate tweets, and this genuinely shocked me because I thought everyone and their mama loves Superman. You know, Superman is the face of superheroes. He's the big guy. When you think of a superhero, you literally think of Superman. There's nothing wrong with Superman, so when I stumbled across a bunch of hate tweets, I was genuinely shocked and perplexed because what did Superman do to deserve this much hate? Like, Superman has a movie coming out next month. This should be the peak of Superman hype. Everyone and their mama should be on the internet gassing up Superman. But when you search up Superman's name online, all you see is nothing but hate. Everyone's saying the same thing, that Superman's a boring hero. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest Superman fan. I like characters like Batman and the Flash way better than Superman. But that don't mean Superman's a boring hero in my opinion. Yeah, Batman might have more of a complex background and more of a complex reason why he wants to be a superhero compared to Superman. Like, Batman's parents got killed by some criminals, so he basically wants to stop all crime in Gotham so no one has to go through that pain and trauma that he endured as a kid. While Superman, on the other hand, he's just an alien that came from another planet and he's just a good guy. He just wants to save people. And people nowadays, when they see a nigga trying to be a good guy, that really irks their soul. They try to sit here and say that nigga is boring superhero. No one wants to watch this nigga because he wants to be a good guy. Like, damn, all this hate and negativity online. A nigga can't even be good no more? Niggas deadass hate Superman because he's a super strong character. You will see people go online saying, wow, I hate Superman. He's too overpowered. He's too strong. He got all these superpowers in the world. So people at DC, they heard that they gave this nigga Superman a weakness, kryptonite. And then once he got kryptonite, people are going online saying, wow, Superman's the strongest hero in the world. He got all these powers and he's weak to a little rock. Like, what a weak hero. What a trash hero.
He literally has like every single power in the book. Laser eyes, flying, super strength. But somehow, this man literally can get clapped by a green little crystal called kryptonite.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
Like, you can't win against these guys. They say Superman is too overpowered, so they gave this nigga a weakness. And now they're saying this nigga is the strongest character in the world and he's weak to a rock. Like, what y'all want? Y'all want this nigga to be super overpowered, or y'all want this nigga to actually be defeated? Because if this nigga Superman was just overpowered the entire time and had no weakness, I'm gonna be honest, he would be a boring character. The reason why he's so interesting and the reason why people can watch him is because he has a weakness, because he can be beat. If he couldn't be beat, if he was just indestructible, if he was just this most powerful guy that can't be stopped, that would be the most boring shit in the world. That's why they had to add a weakness like kryptonite. It's not, oh my god, he's scared of a little rock. No, they had to add a weakness because if they did it, Superman would be the most OP character and he would have an inflated ego and he would realize, I'm the strongest guy in the world. No one can really stop me. And he might eventually actually turn evil because he's realizing how powerful he is and no one can stop him. People nowadays would rather see Superman variants in the real deal himself. Like, they'll gas up people like Omni-Man and Homelander online and then shit on people like Superman. Like, we've seen Omni-Man almost kill his entire family and people are still online defending him saying, wow, Omni-Man is such a great character, I love him. But they see people like Superman want to save a girl off of jumping off a building and now people are online like, Superman's a boring hero. No one wants to watch this guy, he's so boring. Like, where did all this Superman hate come from? And I got one reason. I think it's because of the adaptations. We have not gotten a good Superman adaptation in the longest time. Like, when is the last time we had a good Superman adaptation? And don't say that shit ass movie Man of Steel. I know all the Snyder fans are about to come at me right now, but that movie is shit. Superman was literally killing niggas in that movie. When has Superman ever killed anybody? That goes against everything his character stands for. But besides that, we have not gotten a good adaptation in the longest time, so people are not really familiar with Superman. The general audience doesn't have a real good idea of who Superman is. So when they see Superman just saving people, compared to people like Batman who has complex stories, Spider-Man who has complex stories, they see a guy that just wants to be good. People just can't stand it nowadays. They want a guy to be complex. They want a guy to have some background of why he's saving people. They see a guy just wanting to save people and they can't handle it. Like, it's about time Superman has a trilogy. He's supposed to be the face of superheroes, but he don't got a trilogy? That's ridiculous. Like, there's no reason for Iron Man to have a trilogy. And I know people are gonna say those are different companies. Iron Man is Marvel and we're talking about DC right now. And I understand that. But DC should have took the initiative way before Marvel did. Way before Marvel even had the thought of making an Iron Man movie. DC should have had already 3 successful Superman movies in the box office to really show them that, yo, this is the face of superheroes and this is what a real superhero is. But out of nowhere, DC is just sitting back, laying back on their money they made from all these Batman movies. Like, damn, bro, how many Batman movies do we need? Like, we've had 5 different Batmans at this point. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm sick and tired of Batman. It's time for other characters to get a shine. We need a Superman movie. We need a Lanterns movie. We need a Flash movie. Not that shit one that came out in 2022. We need a real Flash movie. Like, I'm tired of the DC just falling back on Batman whenever whenever everything's going bad. They just sit back and go to Batman. Oh,
well, this movie did bad. Well, guess what's not gonna do bad? Let's make a millionth Batman movie.
it's not time for that. Give us Superman. Change Superman's public opinion. He is the face of hero. We want him to be the star. We don't want Batman to be the star no more. Like, I love Batman, don't get me wrong, but I feel like we've gotten too much Batman at this point. I feel like I know every Batman villain. I know all of Batman's storylines. I know all of Batman's sidekicks. I know everything about Batman. And at this point, I'm sick and tired of Batman. I need something new. I need a new and fresh face. And that's where Superman easily slides in. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I barely know anything about Superman. I don't know his storylines. I don't know any of his villains besides Darkseid and Lex Luthor. I don't know anything about him. So this is a perfect time to take over and really show that he's the face of superheroes. Like, when you think of a perfect superhero, you think of a guy that has super strength. You think of a guy that can fly. You think of a guy that has laser visions. Everything that Superman has. But for some reason, he wasn't marketed like the perfect superhero. He wasn't marketed like he's the greatest superhero ever created. He was marketed like he's a B-list character behind Batman. And that's where they fucked up. And this is where I think James Gunn is actually going to change the narrative around, because starting his new DC universe with Superman, he's going forward with starting by making a Superman movie, and it's really going to sway the public opinion, change the way people think about Superman, and really get them to realize that, yo, Superman is the face of superheroes and he's a really good hero. I believe in my guy James Gunn. I believe he's going to make a good Superman movie, and this is going to be a huge success in the box office, and it's going to change a lot of people's minds on Superman, because right now the public has a tainted image on Superman, saying Superman is a boring hero, no one wants to watch him in live action, we'll rather watch Batman or Spider-Man in live action, which is true. People have shown that they would rather watch Spider-Man or Batman in live action, and I just believe because Superman has not been done properly yet. And my guy James Gunn, he's going to come in, he's going to do his magic that he did in Guardians of the Galaxy, he's going to do his magic that he did in Suicide Squad, and he's going to cook up with the Superman movie. People's opinions are going to change, and they're all going to fall in love with Superman, and I can't wait for that day. But if this movie does not do good, if this movie flops, I'm going to be honest, DC just needs to give up making live action movies and go straight back to animation, because that's where they cook at. Live action is Marvel's lane, and DC's good at animation. If this movie flops, they need to cut it all times. But I believe in my guy James Gunn. Please save us.